Well, I'm going to talk about storage if I can get this dang camera to work. There we go. I went to the discount house and you damage freight, actually what it is. And you can buy it by the ton, half ton to ton. And you can pick out beans, there we go. You can pick out beans, you can pick out rice. And I went to the Walmart store and a couple other stores to buy jars. I had to dip in my savings. Well, they only had a few of these jars. Different kinds of jars. I'll just put you down here. And so I decided put this down here. I'll just leave it up there. I even got down to using these little pint jars. Then I said, nope, this is too much. I've got too many pallets of tons to put up. So I switched over to plastic buckets. And I went, you can get them at all kinds of, like this one's from Harbor Freight, I believe. You can get them from Lowe's. You can get them from anywhere. I've been using them. Some of them got the good lids and the good seals on them. This one here has got, I like the ones that's got the rubber inside. And if you don't have it, you can put a rubber in them. Now I use mine for putting all kinds of stuff in them. Here's my lights. Uh-oh. Gloves. Mask. Bill. I don't know what I spent. It's all faded out. I put it in the trash. But these are masks. But I decided, well, why can't I put food in them? I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna leave these. I think these lights. Oh, that's good and bright. I'll leave these lights in here. That's what I'm gonna do, in case I need them. But all you gotta do is then take an auctions absorbers. I got bags of these. Put as many as you think it's gonna need in your bucket, and make sure it's got a rubber in the seal here. Push it on there tight, and then they'll suck the oxygen out of it. But I ended up with a bunch of pallets that I bought. Lord help us, what we got here? We got a mess. Let me put you back up here where I belong. Okay, that's good enough. But I bought a bunch of mixed pallets. I got beans, rice, noodles. I only wanted the dry parts. I got plenty of canned. About, I don't know, 5-6 months ago, I bought some canned pallets of meat, tuna, salmon, mackerels, canned chicken, all kinds of stuff. That I didn't have to do much with. But all these beans and stuff, I even had some I had to put them in, here's an old applesauce jar. like I said, that'll keep for years. Now you say, well, Lucky, why are you buying so much? Well, I gotta feed them grandkids and them great-grandkids when crap hits the fan. And I look for something to happen probably 3 to 4 months into Trump's presidency. And these buckets, I stack these suckers plumb to the ceiling. This one here's made in the USA. It says it right on the damn lid. Heavy duty. PBA free. In other words, you put food in it. I've got a bunch of them. I got one room dedicated to buckets. Just row after row after row, stacked up to about this high. I can't lift them up any higher. You could, but I can't get them down if I do, so there you go. But oxygen absorbers, moisturizers, and you're good to go. You can buy the fancy ones with the twist lids and all that. I don't plan on getting into them for 10, 15 years, unless shit hits the fan. But buy it in bulk. Of course, you got to get into your savings. You know, spend $300 or $400 here and $300 or $400 there, if you can afford it. If you can't, just buy one damn bag of beans, damn it. Put it up. What's $1? Well, you can buy them for $1. You get them for $1.25, Family Dollar. But I've got to clean out my cast iron skillets today. When I fry chicken in, I buy free-range chickens from a woman that slaughters once a year. Now, she does a real good job. She slaughters, packages them and everything else. All I got to do is freeze them or can them or whatever else I want to do with them. And my grandkids and great-grandkids, they love my fried chicken. And there's a trick behind that. You open range chicken, she lets them run over on her 10 acres. And then I fry them in lard in a deep cast iron skillet. So there you, like Grandma used to do, or your great grandma did. But I'm, like I said, get ready for an economic collapse is what I'm thinking. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I still got food, and I'm buying it at really, really deep, cheap prices. If you buy, it's just like buying a 1 pound bag, a 5 pound bag, or a 10 pound bag. Well, when you buy a 2,000 pound crate, well, then you're getting a bigger discount. You're getting a lot more of the same thing, but you're getting a bigger discount. And there's 3 things that you can get that'll survive you. Omega-3, any fish product, you don't buy omega-3 oil. Beans and rice, because they've got everything you need to keep your body going. I ordered a bunch of men's vitamins. And female vitamins just got a little bit of extra iron in it. But that way you can keep you from getting the scurvy. These are pretty. Them beans are really pretty. I call them, I don't know, the polka dotted beans. But I've run out of jars. And, well, I didn't run out. I decided I didn't want to use all my canning jars for just putting dry products in. I've got plenty of them, and they didn't have no gallons. They didn't have no half gallons. They had a few quarts, but they had a shit pot full of pints, but hell, I don't need any of them. But like I said, I decided that what I'm going to do is use these 5-gallon buckets. Had to go to 2 different places, Walmart and Builder, I think it was 3, Builder Square and Harbor Freight, and bought me a bunch of buckets. And but like I said, and I had boxes of these oxygen absorbers, and I'm just gonna put them in there. Make sure they're sealed up good, right on the outside or the top, what they are. And I'll put a handful of these oxygen absorbers in there. And I'm good. I can feed a small army. My feet have been bothering me here lately. I got all my Christmas done. Now I'm buying Christmas for myself. I'm buying by the ton. And putting them up in great big buckets. Oh, Lord help us. But like I said, I'm looking around where else I can stack something, but hell, I got it stacked pretty well this evening. And my wine's looking good. My vinegar's about ready to top off and put in the jar. See, I need all them glass jars for other things. Now, these little jars like this, with a little bit in it, I cook out of them. That's what I got. But like I said, like it's black-eyed peas. Instead of using a bigger jar of them, if I'm just cooking for myself, I can just cook a little bitty jar of these. These would be two messes, or 2 batches, whatever you want to call it. I cook it in a small pot. But like I said, I've got every glass jar and everything else pretty well full, other than the ones I want to use for my canning. Because now I can vacuum seal. I've got plenty of Marlowe bags. That's what I use these buckets for. Marlowe bags and vacuum sealed, and put an oxygen absorber and a moisturizer in it. I was going to talk about dreams, but I decided I'd better keep you guys informed and keep you on the straight and narrow. I use a bunch of different, any kind of container. I moved up from gallons. I got gallon jars over here, gallon containers, to 2-gallon containers. Then I moved up to 5-gallon containers. Depends on how much you can buy. I can get it pretty cheap now, but I look for everything to go up probably about February, March, or April, when the crunch will start. We can't get fruits and vegetables and everything else up. I'm still gonna be canning stuff up. I've got the spring wild edibles to get. Summer and fall, even in the winter. I'm going to tap these maple trees I got out here for maple syrup in the spring. Takes, I don't know, 50 gallons to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. So I make a gallon or so of it a year. My back's been hurting me here lately trying to get these buckets loaded up and stacked up. What else I got going on? Hell, I got most shit over here I need to recheck. I've got to get you going. I got the bags of beans and rice and littles and everything else I had. I didn't go to the shed to get these antique bottles, antique jars. This is an old ball jar. I don't know when it was made. Years and years ago, probably. But, like I said, do what you can. And They're gonna say, well, why can't you get tired of eating rice and beans? That's what all these damn spices are for over here. I'd make bean flour, I'd make rice flour. I got coconut flour. I've got all kinds of flours put up. I got to dehydrate a bunch of eggs for this spring. I told her I'd take every egg she could give me this spring. She's got about 25 laying hens. So she'll get about, I don't know, 15 to 20 eggs a day. I told her, just bring them here. I get 6 dozen for $20. So I'm figuring around $100 a month just for her. And I can dehydrate a bunch of eggs and put them up, freeze them. Like I said, I've got a bunch of Sure Jell, powdered butter. I got all kinds of stuff I've been putting up. You make rice pudding, you make rice wine. You can do a whole bunch of stuff if you got the product. If you ain't got no product, and put that in buckets, if you ain't, then you can't do much. You can't pull that shit out of your ass, that's for damn sure. When shit hits the fan and they want a little old bag of beans like that, well, we want $20 for these beans, 'cause there ain't none. Well, I'll have plenty. And I can borrow this wine, but then people want some buzz. That's a good look. You wouldn't believe how this smells. Oh, that smells good. This was my overflow. That's why I show you the same damn thing. Because my wine cabinets and stuff is full. I use a refrigerator type thing and then I've got stacked up in cabinets and cool areas. You want to keep your wine out of the sunlight and in a cool spot. Refrigerators are ideal. You can put a rack in there and stack hundreds of bottles in a big old refrigerator. And then on the freezer side, you can put a whole bunch of stuff up, like seeds and all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to get prepared for whatever's coming down the pike. But like I said, I got a lot to go. I had to dip into my savings to get pallets bought. But that's all right. Like I told kids said, well, as long as you're happy, Dad, we don't care. As long as you stay busy and do whatever you want to. Basically, if you ain't bothering us, we're fine. Had to get a trailer to get my tons of food home with an S. I got it parked out there, wrapped up. I've been bringing it a little bit at a time, probably 100, 200 pounds at a time, putting it up, getting it put up, running the vacuum sealers, putting more, stacking them up. I'm taking some of my dry products, like them lights and stuff, and putting them around in the house so I can won't have to stumble in the dark. In case they cut the power. They're going to cut the power, sabotage it. They're going to cut the water, sabotage it. A whole bunch of other things. Hell, they can sabotage the damn traffic lights. Like they said, well, look, you're going crazy with it. Yep, I am. But I know one damn thing. Probably won't be able to buy any more damaged freight for a while. I bought everything on damaged freight. They mark a pallet depending on how much damage. I went and bought one time. I think I paid $25 for a ton of jelly. I think it was strawberry jelly, or was it grape? I don't remember. It's a long time ago. And somebody run a damn forklift into it. It had jelly on everywhere. And nobody wanted to mess with it. I gave, I think, $20 for a ton. Well, I had about 15 to 30 jars that were broken. But hell, there was hundreds of jars on that damn pallet. I washed every one of them, wiped them dry and all that stuff. Ones that were damaged or whatever, I threw them away. Uh, and I kept the lids. But like I said, I had a mess going. But I got it, set it out there in the yard. It was summertime. I sprayed them with a hose. That's the first damn thing I did when I got home. I just left it on the trailer and sprayed it down with a hose and rinsed off what I could before I opened the bands and seals and got into it. And there wasn't that much really damaged, as many jars of jelly. It was about pie jars, factory done. They'll keep 15, 20 years because they put so much damn preservatives in their shitting food. But I have bought tuna that way. I bought sardines. I bought canned salmon. If a can ain't dented or whatever, some of them are dented. I open them up right away and you can recan them or reuse them. I mean, do what you can is what I'm saying. Some of us are a little bit better off than others. I've got to do something with all these damn raisins. We'll make me some raisin wine. We got raisin vinegar going now. I got raisins up there. I got raisins over here. I got raisins over there. I bought a bunch of packages of raisins. But you can ferment them, turn them into wine. Then you can keep the wine for 15, 20 years. I ain't doing no dehydrating until after Christmas. I've got them pallets to work up between now and then, and they're dry products, all of it's dry, so I ain't gonna worry about that. I got cornmeal, flour, as long as I can keep it dry till I get it boxed up. But like I said, if you're gonna, the larger amount you can buy, the better off you are on price and everything else. If you don't mind the hard work. Well, I don't mind the hard work. I've done it all my life. I bought a couple of cases of pear juice. I'm going to make some pear wine and pear vinegar out of it. Cause that way you can put it in stuff. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm sitting here. I've got so much to do between now and Christmas. Maybe I can get one of the pallets worked up. But like I said, these buckets will come in handy now. It says right on the side of it, food grade. I don't know about them Harbor Freight buckets, but I know these Walmart buckets are food grade. And that's it. All I got to tell you. Put it up while you can. I've got to make that cobbler. I've got to get this vanilla that I had for over a year. And I'm going to use it. I looked around. I couldn't find my nutmeg. I know I got it boxed up somewhere in nuts. But I ordered some powdered. I'm going to make a apple cobbler with vanilla, sugar, cinnamon. I got cinnamon everywhere. Get that all done. I gotta clean my skillet up. And then I'm still doing packaging. There's coconut there. That's coconut flour. Gotta go. I've got these buckets to fill up. 25, 30 of them. Bye.